Obama has blinded our homeland security, the apparatus to protect us. Those conclusions emerged yesterday on my radio show. And by the way, I hope you all watch or tune in, listen, on dickmorris.com. You can get it from 2 to 6, Monday through Friday. Yesterday, I had on a whole bunch of people. Frank Gaffney, one of the leading experts on terrorism, Pete Hoekstra, the former chairman of the Intelligence Committee, and Steve Emerson, one of the all-time experts in anti-terrorism, and Fred Fleisch, who was on the chief of staff to Bolton and also to Hoekstra. What emerged were two terrifying things. The first is that we have stopped doing interrogations, just flat out stopped. We don't have anybody to interrogate. We have the guys at Guantanamo who are still there, but we finished with them a decade ago. We have, and anybody else who comes into our sites, we kill by sending a drone, and dead men tell no tales. And we have a policy, basically, of not capturing terrorists, of killing them. And the result is that we're getting no intelligence information. We can't tell what's the next step. That manifested itself in our failure to anticipate what was happening in Benghazi, and it manifested itself again at the Boston massacre. We just don't know. And even if we find people and capture them, like we captured the head of Al-Qaeda in Somalia, we have no place to put him. We can't put him in Guantanamo because he won't accept any more admissions there. We can't put him in the United States because they would get their constitutional rights and have a lawyer. We don't dare put them where our soldiers are because it'll put us in harm's way. So with this guy from Somalia, we put him aboard a Navy ship that cruised for 2 months in the Indian Ocean while we interrogated him. But could you imagine if a police force in Philadelphia or New York or some major city never interrogated anybody? All they did was forensic evidence, DNA and fingerprints and stuff like that. They couldn't solve any crimes or any problems like that. And that is literally the situation that Obama has put us in. And then the second point that emerged is even when we do interrogate them, if we do, we have so imbued our national security investigators with the rubric of political correctness. Don't take it as Muslim terror. Don't single out someone because they're Muslims. Don't allude to this in any prejudicial way. That if you're a security analyst working at the FBI and you have a suspicious character in Boston and you've been following his conversations and emails with Afghanistan and you're wondering if he might be a terrorist, you don't go for a FISA warrant. You don't search his house because if it blows up in your face and he turns out not to be a terrorist, you're going to be the one that's in serious trouble. There's a presumption of guilt, in a sense, over the heads of our investigators. So what's happening now is that things that should be thwarted are not being thwarted. And we've had a whole series of them. We had the Fort Hood shooter. We had the assassination of a U.S. soldier in Little Rock, Arkansas. We had a bomb that went off outside of a mosque. It just didn't happen to kill anybody because it wasn't properly placed. We had a bomb in a car at Times Square, which would have gone off. It just malfunctioned. We had a flyer who had a bomb in his shoe, and he was subdued, or in his underwear, I guess, and was subdued by the other passengers over Detroit. But that was through no fault of anybody in national security that it didn't go off. It just didn't work. So we're escaping through dumb luck, whereas we used to escape by good, solid intelligence based on interrogation. And that's the message that really is coming through. And it is very, very scary. Thanks a lot for watching. I mentioned to you on Monday that this is a very important week in my life. I've started a new radio show. Right now it's only available in the Philadelphia region, which includes basically eastern Pennsylvania, the Delaware Valley, and southern New Jersey. I think in the future it's probably going to be further throughout the country. But right now, wherever you live in the United States, you can go to dickmorris.com and click on the link and hear it live as I'm broadcasting. I'm on the air 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, if you happen to live in the Philadelphia region, the station is WPHT 1210 AM. but it really gives me a chance to go into detail and discuss a lot of ideas that I don't have time for on TV or in these formats. And by the way, I would love to talk to each of you. While I'm on the air, call me. I'll be announcing the phone number over the air a lot. Thanks a lot.